Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 1 of, you guessed it, the Wolfsburg career mode. You've probably been able to tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video. Basically, I just want to first of all say thank you so much for all the votes that we got. We got 74 votes last time I checked, and the winner of the voting, as you probably realised, was Wolfsburg. I think they got 19 of the votes. They were quite spread out actually, and they really changed. I mean, Wolfsburg was like 4th when we got maybe 35 votes in, so it did change dramatically. At first I thought it was actually going to be Man United that I'll just do daily, but you guys voted for Wolfsburg. They got 19 votes of the 74, not quite a majority, but still they managed to get enough to win the vote, if you like. So let's get on with this anyway. We do have the first episode of this. I apologise first of all if this isn't the team that you chose. It's kind of the most fair way possible to do it, and I think, you know, the most votes on this, so hopefully I'm pleasing enough people. So anyway, let's get on with this. Match difficulty, we're going to go world class as usual. Half length, I think I do 4 minutes. I'm not too sure. In fact, I'll go 5. I'm pretty sure it's 5 actually. Lenient, Sterling. The stadium, I think, is just the usual one they have already on here. The squad to use is going to be current customised because I'm using some transfer players. I've added the transfers on. European competition in the first season. I'm never too sure whether to do this or not. Are Wolfsburg in the Champions League? No, they're not. Are we in? Yeah, we're in the Europa League. So we'll just do the Europa League, I think, for now. We won't put ourselves in the Champions League or anything like that. Yeah, let's go on with this career mode. I'm really looking forward to it. As usual, I like to just go with the exact same name. We'll just go Ed Gameface, and then we'll get on with trying to sign some players. I'm really looking forward to it. We've got a lot of decent signings. Luckily, De Bruyne's not left in real life yet, so I've managed to keep hold of him. I've not moved him to City or anything like that. And yeah, let's roll on the career mode and see what sort of team I've got to use. Before we look at the team though, we do have our emails to look at. They want me to reach the round of 16 of the Domestic Cup. I thought that's quite a low achievement actually if we get there. I'm hoping to beat that. And then the league objective is to qualify for the Champions Cup. That's fair enough. I think that should be achievable in our first season. So let's have a look at the team I do have. I don't actually have Dost as my best striker. I do have Cruz, who have recently signed this season, I believe. And then obviously got De Bruyne and various other players. Schürrle I really want to use. Apparently Perisic is supposed to be quite good, but also might be on his way out of Wolfsburg, I think I've seen somewhere. So we do have a huge squad, I believe, and it looks like a pretty decent team. The only player I'm really looking to maybe get rid of is, in fact, that centre-back looks really good for his age, is potentially this keeper. I'm looking to maybe replace him. Naldo looks decent, and I'm really just going to go through the whole list of players and decide who I want to get rid of and who I want to keep. One person I'm going to be releasing from the contract is this striker. He's 65 overall and he's 25 years old. It doesn't look that good. Again, he's quite actually expensive to release him from his contract, relatively expensive anyway, but we will just release him because he's not that good. We're also going to loan out that striker as well, and I'll now show you everyone that I've listed and put up for loan and things like that. So we do have the CDM, never really heard of him, doesn't particularly look good enough, sadly. I'd like to have some more younger talent in the team, but he's not quite good enough. I've also got Trash, the right back as well, and another right back, Och or something like that, I don't know. And then Theoki. Again, these pronunciations are going to be so bad of some of these German players. And then we've got Felipe and Grun, one of our keepers. So we do need to get quite a few different players in. I think one keeper, one centre-back, one right-back at the moment. Maybe another striker as well, because we've obviously got Bentner, Dost, and I think Cruz, and then we'll have Zawanda being loaned out. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to need another striker. I'd like to keep Bentner because I don't think he's actually that bad off the bench. He's 6'4" as well, so he's nice to have some height up front. But I think I'm tempted again to get rid of Dost, but he had a very good season at the start of last year. So, and again, he's very good in the air. So he's going to be a tricky one. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Do I get another striker? I think I'll leave it for this episode. Again, let me know in the comments who I should get rid of out of those three and what striker I should get in as well. But we need to move for a keeper now, and I'll be back in a minute once I've found one that I like the look of. There are so many decent German keepers in the Bundesliga, but I've managed to list, I think they're all German anyway, I'm pretty sure, but I've managed to shortlist 3 so far, and we've got Farman and Leno and Trapp. So I think they seem to be a very good selection. Leno's obviously my primary target because he appears to be the best. And yeah, I'm probably going to go for him. I'm currently scouting the others, and I might in fact just inquire about them all, just to kind of get some sort of price from the club. And I'd really like to get in Leno. He seems like a really good young keeper. The other two are fairly young as well, for keepers, but I think Leno is definitely the prime target. Hopefully we can try and get him in, but it's going to be tough, considering it's another German club. My Euro League objective is to win. They want me to win the Europa League, so that should be an interesting one. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, obviously, because there are some other good teams in the Europa League, but I think we should be alright, hopefully, anyway. I think we've got Lyon in our group, so that could be a tricky match anyway. And yeah, we've got the inquiries back for Farmer, and that's 15.5 million, and for Trapp it's 20.5, so very expensive keepers. I don't think they'll actually be bought for that amount. It'll probably be a lot less than that. That's the only issue with inquiring, but we are going to hold out, I think, for Leno, who I'm going to put in a bid for now. And I'm not really too sure how much they're after. I've not got their inquiry back yet. I'm just going to go for a bid before I do get it back anyway. So I'm going to put Benaglio as part of the deal for Leno and try and get him out of the club, along with 8 million. Hopefully this is going to work out. It's a combined fee of around 17 million. Hopefully we can try and get in Leno. They want 25.5 for Leno in the inquiry. So it is going to be more than what I would have paid for Trapp and Farman, but I think I should be okay with that bid. I think it's pretty decent. Anyway, we'll have to see what they say about it. But first, we do have the scout report back for Rudiger, who I was looking at, the German centre-back. He, again, looks very talented, really fast centre-back, and we do need one. So it seems like the obvious choice. We might try and get him in, and in exchange give them one of the centre-backs we're not interested in. And we do have a few centre-backs that I'm not really bothered about, so I could let Close go. I think he's only worth 3 million, so we'll go 4 as well, and hopefully that should be enough to try and get in Rudiger, who I'm sure grows quite a lot. We've actually just got in a bid for him from Leicester City, 3.8 million. I am going to reject it, even though it's a fairly good bid, because obviously we've got that deal going ahead, hopefully, for the other centre-back. And I can't believe this, but Bayer Leverkusen have actually accepted the bid that I put in for Leno, so he might be on the way out at this rate. 5-year deal. I'm pretty sure he'll be a crucial first-team player, so we'll go with that. And hopefully that is enough for him to sign the contract with us. I've also realised that I probably need a 4th centre mid. I do already have 3. I literally have no one else that could play in centre mid, so I need another one. And again, I'm going to go to like the German league players, whether they're German or not. They should hopefully be from the German league, just to kind of make things a little bit more realistic for us. So I'm tempted by either Xhaka or Guys, and I don't really know which one to go for. I've used Guys before, I think off camera, and he seems to be really good. He's a defensive player, and I really like the defensive players, but I've already got 2 CDMs. I think, is it Gully Vogie or something? And I've also got Gustavo, and then the other player that I've got is Arnold. So he's the only centre mid that I've got, so I'm tempted by Xhaka, but I'm going to scout both and also inquire about both of them as well. I also scouted Cavander, I think. Is it Cavander? Yes, it is. Basically, I scouted him because one of you guys has been requesting him a lot for the other career modes, and I thought this might be the right time to try and get him in. He might be quite good. His pace is really good, his stamina's decent, so is his strength. He could be someone that I get in, but he won't be a first choice right back. That's the only thing. It would have to be my other right back that is my first choice. And is he even a right mid, maybe? I'm not too sure. That's confused me a little bit. He might actually be a right mid playing right back. I didn't quite realise that. So, yeah, we've got, I think, Trash, which I believe I listed. Any other right backs that I have in the club. And this other one that I listed as well. So, we do need a right back in. And I might actually just exchange one for the other, pretty much. And I think I'll get rid of Trash and try and get in Cavander. I think he seems like the right sort of player. He's very fast. He's a little bit younger than the other players as well, so he should have a little bit of growth in him. We are going to go Trash and 1 million. See what they say to that. Hopefully Lazio agree to it. Stuttgart have said they're not interested in the player, and the amount was not enough on itself. So I think we are just going to keep the player, even though they're supposedly not interested in him. We're going to go 6 million, and I think Close, who is worth, how much do they say now? Where is he? Where's Close? I've not gone past him, have I? I'm pretty sure he's worth 4 or 5 million, is he? I'm not too sure. 3 million, there we go. So 6 plus 3, so 9 million. that is at the top end of the chief executive's value of him. So I think they should accept that. Speaking of accepting, Leno has accepted the contract. He's now our new keeper. That's going to be a really good signing, hopefully. I'm really looking forward to that. Leno is obviously going to be a really talented keeper. 6'3" as well, so he's fairly tall for a keeper. And yeah, he seems like a very good signing. Very happy with that one. I've got back my Xhaka and Guy's inquiry. Xhaka is going to be worth 14.5 apparently, and Guy's 19 million. So that instantly tells me who's probably the better player here, and it looks like it's probably Guy's. Who's on the most wage? It's actually Xhaka on the most wage, okay. He's not very fast, Xhaka. That's the only reason why I've never really been into signing him before, because he's not particularly fast. So I might just go for Guys actually, even though I've already got CDMs. I'm going to go for Guys again. I'm sure he can play in centre mid anyway, can't he really? Yes, he can. 19 million is obviously not what we're going to pay for him. He's nowhere near that valuable. He's probably around 10 million, I'd imagine, from previous purchases of him. But I'm not really too sure who else to offer as part of the deal, because we obviously don't have a huge range of players that we can get rid of as of yet. But we've got Felipe and this Ochers, I think, left. So we're going to go... I think we'll go Felipe. That's probably the best one out of the two. He's worth 2.1 million. Guys, I think we'll just go with an 8 million bid for now. Hopefully, again, that is about the right amount and we're not paying too much. I've got a feeling we might be paying a couple of million too much here, but we'll see what they say to that anyway. Lazio have said that they are not interested in Trash, so therefore they don't want to go ahead with the deal. We're going to go 2 million. In fact, no, we'll go 2.5. We'll up it even further along with Trash, and hopefully that is enough to get in Cavanda as part of our team. We've also got the scout reports back on Guys. He's 78 overall and Xhaka is 79, so he's the better player, but it looks like Guys is probably going to grow a little bit more, and I think I have got him to quite a fairly high overall. I think it was 83 on a different career mode. He is not going to be joining as of yet because they're not interested in the player that I've included in the deal, which is understandable. It's only Felipe. He's hardly a like-for-like replacement, is he? So we'll go, I think, 10 million. For now, we won't go 910, we'll go 10 million, and hopefully they come back with some sort of amount that they're really wanting for him. And again, Rudiger, we've not got any further with that one. It looks like they're not interested in Closer again, so we're just going to go with 6.5, and again, they should come back with some sort of amount that they are after if it isn't 6.5, and then we should hopefully be able to negotiate from there. Transfer offers in, one for De Bruyne, 23.5 million. That's absolutely ridiculous, really, from Atletico Madrid. He's never going to go for that amount. We will reject the offer and move on to the next one, which is for Gustavo. Again, not interested in selling Gustavo. We will reject all offers for him. He is one of the main players in the team, so no chance of him leaving, and we'll move on to trying to get in some of our own players. Lazio again saying they're not interested in Trash. I think they're trying to tell me something there, and that is that he shouldn't be included in the deal, I think. So even though he's actually an alright right back, I don't know why they're not interested in him. It's a bit of a strange one, that, for me. We won't include him in the deal if they don't want him, and we'll go with, I think, 5.3, a random amount, but I'm feeling that that is probably going to be enough, hopefully. More transfer offers, this time for my young centre-back. We'll send him on loan. We'll probably sell him at the end of the season, to be honest. He could go now, but I don't feel like selling him just yet. We'll see how much he grows. He might stay, who knows. But anyway, Sunderland have put in a £4.1 million bid for Trash. We're going to try and get 5 for him. Hopefully they do match that, because that'll be a nice little amount to get in at the club. And they've said that they want 14.5 for Guys. We'll go 12. I think that should be enough, really, to get him in. 12 million is generally around about what they want for him, 12, 13 million. And they want 9.5 for Rudiger, so we are going to, again, put in another bid. And we're going to go 7.6, ups it by 1.1 million. I know that is a lot, isn't it? Sunderland have matched the 5 million, that's brilliant news. And apparently Liverpool are after Cavanda, which is a very strange one. And so is Schalke, apparently. We're going to have some competition here. They're still sticking with 14.5. We are just going to go 14. We'll match that so I can try and get in another player. And Lazio have rejected it because they have accepted an offer with another team. Does that mean, oh, he's gone to Liverpool already? We've missed out on him, sadly. We're going to have a look at other right-backs. It's unfortunate that, but we do have now an opportunity to look at probably more first-team right-backs rather than Cavanda, who would have probably been a sub. They're again saying they want 9.5 for Rudiger. I'm not going to go to 9.5 for him. I think we'll go 8.4. Surely they should reject that. Accept that. Hopefully they don't reject it. And we are going to move on to a different right-back now. I'm not really too sure I'm going to go with. we'll have a look anyway. Yeah, my current right back is actually a right mid. I didn't realise that at the time. I am tempted to get rid of him, but we'll have to see. We'll go have a look at right backs first though. I've kind of just found Sewell and I really want to try and sign him. We'll get rid of Closer and 1 million. Hopefully that should be enough. He's quite a cheap centre back, but he grows really well. So now let's not get distracted and try and find some right backs. I do like the look of this guy. He tends to grow really well. He's not really good to start off with, but yeah, if he does end up growing, it'd be nice to get in at the club. I'm not really too sure for right backs who we're going to go with. Again, I'd like to keep it a German right back, but other than Lahm, I can't really think of any other German right backs. We'll have to get looking for some other players. Okay, because I can't find any right backs I like the look of, we are just going to go for a scout of right backs basically, and see whether we can try and find any. So it's not necessarily going to be Germans, but we'll just go with that anyway. It might be just players from all over the place. And actually, DeMarcos, I really like him. I think I got my Man City career with DeMarcos, but I didn't get enough chance to play with him. And I am tempted to try and sign him, to be honest. He does look quite a good player. I'm going to put in a bid for him, or inquire actually first, thinking about it. We've sold Trash to Sunderland for 4.2 million. Very good news. Now we can try and get an Oscar DeMarcos. That's going to cost us around 16.5 apparently. I think we can probably get him for around 10, I'm hoping. Maybe that's a little bit optimistic. We'll go 10 though to start off with and see what they say to it. They're not interested in the player included for the Sewell deal. So that means we are just going to get rid of him out of the deal for Sewell and hopefully maybe put in Felipe. Is he worth less? I can't remember now. Yes, he is worth less. So we're going to go 2 million. And I think Closer, and that should be enough really to get him in. If not, we'll just go 4.5 and hopefully try and sign him like that. Stuttgart have accepted 8.4 finally, and we're going to go 5-year deal because he's nice and young. He's probably going to be, I don't really want to go important, I'd rather go squad rotational for now. I know he's 21 years old, but he's also 74, so he's going to find it tricky to get into the team, but I'd like to have him there anyway to try and get him into the team at some point. And they've said they want 12.5 for DeMarcos. We're going to go 11, just sneakily put it up by 1 million. Hopefully that's going to be enough to try and get him in. And Mines have said that they will accept 14 million for Guys. It's about time as well. 5-year deal again for him, and I think we'll go important first team player. Scout report back on Sewell, and he is 75 overall. I already really knew that anyway. Don't know why I scouted him. I've got in a bid for one of our young strikers. That's to Exeter City. We are just going to accept that obviously and try and get him out on loan. And then we have, unacceptable again for Sewell, so we are just going to put in a bid now. We will remove Closer and hopefully just try and get him in for about 4.5 million. I think he's probably around that amount. That's what you tend to get him for. He's only on 8 grand a week as well, which is an absolute bargain. And Guys is signing for 14 million. I think that's going to be a really good one actually. Hopefully he can get plenty of first team games. We're also going to get in Rudiger as well as my centre back. Again, looks a really good player, nice and young, and also is a very good overall. So they won't go straight into the team, but they'll be thereabouts, I'd imagine. Who's my second keeper? It looks like it's probably going to be this guy, yeah, my youngest player, 6'6". So he's going to go on the bench. And who's my best centre back? We'll go Rudiger on the bench, I think. Get rid of Closer off there, and then would probably put, is it Schaffer? Schaffer, something like that. I think he's on the way out actually. So it might be Jung that I put on the bench and do something like that. I'm not really too sure yet. I'll decide on it at some stage, I would imagine. So yeah, it's looking really good though, our team. Bilbao still want 12.5 for DeMarcos, and we don't really have that sort of money yet. We are just going to have to change around the budget allocation, so that means we do have to decrease the wage. And is that still, that's not even enough to get him in. Did that even do anything? I don't even think it did. We do just about have enough to match it, but we're not going to match it just yet. We're going to go 12, I think. I'm just going to go 12. I want to try and get them in as cheap as possible. I don't really like matching what clubs basically want, because then it just kind of feels like they're robbing you a little bit. So we will go with that. We've got the friendly against United. We are just going to sim that match. Hopefully no injuries. I can't be bothered changing the team. So that will be my fault if we do get any injuries. Got a feeling we probably will. We are going to skip it 2-2, and we don't, luckily. We did get the draw there. Not that it really matters. We did get the draw against the team that I'm doing the other career mode with, in case you didn't already know. On to the other transfers that I've got. 19-year-old right mid. Again, send him out on loan, getting some more wage whilst he's out. So we've also got a bid in for Perisic. From West Ham, 9.5 million. He's not a player I want to get rid of. I think he's quite a good player, so we'll try and keep him for as long as possible. If he grows and becomes really expensive, then we might well sell him. They want 5 million for Seoul. That was originally what I was going to go with, but I thought I'll try and get him cheaper. Looks like they want 5 million anyway, so we'll try and get him in. You're probably thinking I don't have enough money to get him in, as well as the other player that I want, but I do obviously have quite a lot of players to sell, so that's what I'm really counting on, that they go before I try and get in both those two players. Damn, they still want 12.5 for him. I'm just going to have to match it. I really don't want to have to do that, but it's not worked this time. Generally, you get a better deal, but yeah, it's not quite worked for this one. Hoffenheim have accepted the £5 million bid for Seoul, and again, it's going to be a 5-year deal. I'll just quickly change it. 8 grand a week we're just going to go with. He'll no doubt ask for a bigger contract at some stage. We'll go for, I think, important first team player. Is that fair, I think? Yeah, we'll go with that. He's not very fast, that's the only downside to him. That was one of the reasons why I didn't initially think of him straight away, because he's quite a slow player. Again, we're going to sim this game against Laurent, is it, or something? The French team. Hopefully we can win, but again, it's probably not something that really matters, is it? Let's be honest. And, oh no, that wasn't good. It was going to happen, wasn't it? It was my first team out. Knock, I think that's how I pronounce his name, has been sent off. Sorry, not sent off, he's been injured for 4 weeks. He's got a sprained knee. It's not looking great, but he should be back in time for the start of the season, or thereabouts, I'd imagine. So, it's not brilliant, but we do have plenty of centre-backs to replace him. Bilbao are happy with the 12.5, as you'd expect. We're going to go a 4-year deal for DeMarcos. And I think we'll go important first-team player. 78 overall. He looks like a really good player. Seoul, we can also get in 5 million and on only 8 grand a week. Transfer offer in for Grun. And yeah, we're going to try and get 1.5 for him. Yeah, just so I can get in some money in order to sign DeMarcos, really. We're also going to sim the friendly against Crystal Palace as well. This time I've learnt my lesson. I'm going to change around the team. As you can see, I've made quite a few changes. Benton starts this game, and that is exactly why I've just gone and lost 3-0 to Crystal Palace. They're saying that's more than they want to pay. They don't want to pay the 1.5 hours after. If they match the 1.3, which I know is absolutely nothing really, then that'll be brilliant, because we need as much money as possible in order to sign DeMarcos. DeMarcos declined the contract. I wasn't expecting that. He doesn't feel the move suits him. Okay, we do need to revise the offer then, don't we? We are just going to go 3-year deal. We'll match what he wants. We'll also go 20% clean sheet bonus. And I think an important first team player, again, is good enough. If he is then going to reject it, we'll look at more wage potentially in the next offer. They've matched the 1.3 for Grun, my keeper, who I was trying to sell. So hopefully he can go and try and give us some money pretty much for DeMarcos. Xhako's obviously moved to Arsenal as usual, really, on their 19.5. It's quite a bit. We do have another bid in for my right back, and that's 2.1 this time from Cologne. And again, we are just going to accept that one. We need to get rid of him as soon as possible. And sadly, DeMarcos has again rejected the contract. Change of tactics, we only owe 70 grand a week, and we are going to go important first team player along with that 3-year deal like he wants. And yeah, hopefully he accepts that. If not, maybe try 75, but I can't really see me going too much over that. 2 players sold now. We've got both the right backs going out. Oh, sorry, not the right back, that was only one right back. Grum was the other player going. And yeah, we've got some more wage into the club, which is good news. DeMarcos again rejecting it. I really want to get him in as well, so it's a shame that he's rejecting this constantly. We don't have much money really that I can give him. In fact, I could go up to 100 grand a week. I'm not going to give him 100, but I could go up to that amount. We're going to go with 75 as our final offer. It's kind of a take it or leave it thing. Do I go crucial first team player? I'll go with that anyway. We'll just go all out really to try and get him in. If not, we'll have to move on to a different target. Transfer offer in for one of my younger centre-backs who's not particularly good. 300 grand, we're going to go for the asking price, the value of the player, at 325. That should be enough to hopefully make them match it and obviously let the player leave. Got an inquiry now for that Laura, 5 million for the right back. We've also got a player that returns from injury, that's Knock, which is good news because he's just come in before the start of the season. Again, not really wanting to pay 5 million without knowing what the player's like, that right back. So we are going to wait until we've got the scout report back. And this random team, again, matched the deal, brilliant news. And again, we've got another inquiry for a different right back, again 5 million as well. But we will wait until the scout reports come back, like I said. But we might not need to. DeMarcos has accepted 75 grand a week. and a crucial first team player. We're just going to go with that. There's no need to try and get in any of the right backs now. So that's brilliant news, actually. I wasn't expecting that. It's more than I wanted to pay and a bigger role than I wanted to give. But at least he's signed. That is the main thing, really, isn't it? That I've got the player in. And that is it, guys. That is the end of the first episode of my Wolfsburg career mode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, then please go hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to support the channel. That'd be really appreciated. Also, let me know of players that you want me to try and sign. Obviously, I don't have much money left, as you can see there. But if there is a possibility of me trading out players or selling a certain player, then let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.